Hello out there. Hello out there in in the world. Hello out there in the world. How is your day going today? We are exactly 2 weeks into the new year. January 14th is when this is being broadcast, and it's 2025. And what a beautiful start it is, truly, for a beginning of the year and a time of reset and reflection and getting really clear on what it is that we are creating, that we are coming into agreement with, that like we're pursuing, we're going after, whatever it is for your life, where of growth, of opportunity, of direction and order, all those things, setting your intention. And it's really important to get clear on setting that intention on what it is that you're that you want to beautify, to enlarge, to grow and to become in this year. Growth is not about goals. Goals are important, but the goals are really the stepping stones to the person that you're growing into, the person that you want to be. When you close your eyes and you think of yourself, in the next 5 years, what does that self look like? Where are you? What does your life look like? Who are you surrounding yourself with? When people come up to you, are they walking up to you with like excitement, anticipation? Are they following your words? Are they listening to you? Are they modeling your example? Are you providing opportunity with your life? What does it look like? What does it mean? We're talking about purpose in your life. What you're working on? What is it that you're surrounding on? What is it that you're growing on? What does it mean for your life? This is the question that I'm asking myself, right? Like, wow, I can't believe I was journaling yesterday. And yeah, I was journaling yesterday and going, wow, since I became a certified member of the John Maxwell team and became a city councilor and changed brokerages, making those three big moves, those three big steps back in, 2017, 2018. And my life like radically changed, but time has just picked up pace. And I started to, take record and account of, what has taken place over those past few years. And, immediately myself wants to go, tallying up, what have I really done? Like, what have I really achieved? Like, what does it all look like? Just that's the immediate place that we go to, is that achievement place, right? And that's discouraging. It can be really exciting and rewarding if that's what it's all about. Um, but when you look at the bigger picture of your life, because I was like, wait a second here. Let's wait a minute here. Let's really look at your life, Grace, and what has the turn of events, what has happened over those that past 7 years in your life, like what has really taken place. And I was just like writing differently all of a sudden, because I was truly amazed, like of the growth and the opportunities, the connections, the events, the people I've surrounded myself with, traveling and meeting with, and partnering with. And it's just been lots of growth upon growth, but incredible expansion of growth and opportunity. And you know we can't tally our lives up about achievements, because we all have achievements, but they're not the fulfillment, right? Our achievements are not our identity. It's not who we are. It's really truly about the journey of who we're becoming. And so I've really enjoyed the study of As a Man Thinketh, So Is He. You take any real truly successful entrepreneur that, when in the area of achievement and success, they'll say, a key component is to, pick five main books, or three. Let's put three main books that you really enjoy reading, that you've like have really enriched your life, that really have grown your life, that mean a lot to you. Take those and do them year after year, like really throw yourself into the study, like throw yourself into the learning and see what happens. And I've had that, my in my own life of some books that I've really gravitated to that have been a really major part of my life. And I get the opportunity of, as I learn them and I grow, I share them with you, I share them with others. Um, because that's what we want to do, right? Leaders and communicators, they don't want to do this journey alone. They want to bring others with them. And so the studies that I've really enjoyed are the past few years that I do every single year, and every single year my life shifts and grows that much more. And it's as a man thinketh, so is he. And this is really still fairly new to me, so I'm looking forward to diving into it into it more. Think and Grow Rich is one of my most favorite personal growth and development books of all times, and 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. Those are my go-tos. Every year I do them. Every year I give opportunity to share them with others as I do them. So look forward to me introducing us doing 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth next. That's a beautiful book, and I'm going to be launching that one soon to run with young adults. I want to really put my attention and focus to anyone from the ages 21 to 28. That is where I'm seeing. I have kids in that age frame, and that's where I'm really seeing the need of mentoring and mentorship, and people coming alongside our young adults to really help them to build character, to understand what it means to work along with universal laws and building your character and your growth development and having intention and knowing your potential, and seeing it as your purpose is to fulfill that potential. God gives you potential, and it really is your responsibility to fulfill it, to grow in it, to nourish it. And so I'm really excited about introducing 15 valuable laws of growth to many communities over the next few months. But so forward to that one. Let's get down to business. Day 11. Yesterday we talked about speaking in faith and how important it is that when you say things, when you're talking about a goal, when you're talking about building your character, or what it is area that you want to grow in, that you want to speak as though it's already happened, that you believe that it's taking place, like that it's growing. Every time you're taking action, there's activity in it, that wow, this is exactly what I expect. This is what I love. This is what I'm, growing in. And I love every opportunity, every day, every moment, moving closer and closer into that opportunity, into that growth, whatever that may be for you. I was at the gym, back to the gym from the holidays, and my body aches and hurts. I feel like an old woman climbing up the stairs because my every bit of my body is sore. But that's what happens when you take a little break, right? And but before I go to the gym, or why I'm at the gym, focusing on my muscles, building my muscles, getting, definition in my muscles, and, tracking what it is, the weight that I'm doing. And, I have my why of why I'm doing what I'm doing. And it's a growth. That's just one area. It's just easy and light for me to share with you. But whatever it is that you just like, as you're doing it in faith, this is not just growing my muscles. That's not the faith that I'm looking for, is that I am living a full life. I'm living abundant and strong life. I'm caring for my body that is going to help fulfill the potential that I have. But I believe that I'm going to fulfill everything that I have been purposed to do. And so part of that responsibility is keeping myself strong and healthy. And so that's my why. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And by going to the gym and exercising and having little goals, I'm fulfilling that purpose of whatever I can do. Today is what I have. Tomorrow, who knows? It's not really up to me, a breath being taken, but it is up to me and how I care for my body and how I care for my life. Another thing that's going to help with your body health and your mind health, your spiritual health, is the attitude that we have. And so day 11 is about Words of gratitude. And this is like one of my favorite messages today is how gratitude aligns our words and our heart with abundance. So you want to be healthy, you want to be wealthy, you want to be joy-filled, you want to be abundant, you want to attract incredible opportunities and people and environment and situations in your life. Start with gratitude. And this is part of faith because we're being thankful as we have it. Yesterday I talked about we need to be in a place of faith is already believing that we already have it. It's already been given to us, right? We have everything that we have already inside of us, all the potential, we're everything that we need, all the skills, the purpose, the desire, everything is within us that we get to steward, that we can grow, that as we put action plan is that we take risks as we go out there and try some different things and new things and set an intention of why we're doing what we're doing, that it's coming into place, that it's happening. Like we come in line in agreement with God's order, like God's order. Yeah, you hold nothing back. God, you and your entire universe is working for my good because I am a daughter. I'm a daughter of the king, right? I'm a king's kid. There's nothing holding me back except for me. And so I'm going to hold nothing back, right? I'm not going to worry about you thinking about what I say or do being right or wrong. I don't care. That's for you. You hold responsibility for how you believe and how you care, right? That's why we're doing this study together, because it says effective thought on health and body. Listen, the body is the servant of the mind. It obeys the operations of the mind, whether they be deliberately chosen or automatically expressed at the bidding of unlawful thoughts. At the bidding of unlawful thoughts, the body, so unlawful thoughts means it's opposite to the universal God law, lawful thoughts of purpose, right? So at the bidding of unlawful thoughts, the body sinks rapidly into disease and decay. At the command of glad and beautiful thoughts, it becomes clothed with youthfulness and beauty. Woo! Yeah, we're in a time when nobody wants to get old. They don't want to grow old graciously or any kind of it, right? They want to get rid of our wrinkles. And I'm no judgment here because I have done things to help keep my youthfulness as well. My husband loves coming into the bedroom to see me with my red screen on my face, my infrared mask. It is absolutely amazing. And I have serums and I have creams and I'm taking care of my skin. I'm into the whole skincare regimen, looking after things, and it's good and it's beautiful. However, if I don't believe in my heart, if I don't have thankfulness, if I don't have gratitude, if I don't think on beautiful thoughts, like according to God's purposes for my life and getting excited, knowing that everything is working for good, everything in all circumstances. In 1 Thessalonians 5:18, it says, give thanks in all circumstances. That's not easy. That is absolutely not easy. This is where faith in action, in surrender, come to meet. The other day I shared that, I had a really hard day. I was having some time where I was worried about this and that. And wow, it just took me down in a spiral. And I had to get a grip of myself. Do I believe it or do I believe truly in where I am, what I'm purposed to do, right? And it all being in a part of my growth and in my experience and my move forward, or I don't. And I thought, you know what? I am so thankful. 2024 was challenging growth. It was challenging. I'm so grateful. It was amazing. I turned 50. I stood on a huge 50-foot pole, or I don't know how high it is, high up that you see like along the roadways. I had to go through that process of, grabbing enough faith that I can do this. I remember being at the top of that pole and I didn't know if I was going to get up on top of it or not. I didn't know if I had it within me. I was scared. The pole is swaying back and forth. And my friends that are part of my empowered living community group, were down there cheering me on. They're all coaches, so they're really gifted at encouragement. But I was so scared. This pole, you're tethered, but there's nothing keeping you from really like falling off, right? The worst that can happen is that you fall off and they pull you off, but your mind goes goes apart if you let it. And I made the decision that I was going to keep my eyes focused on the goal. I was focused on the trees and the leaves. That's all I did was ahead of me. I just kept my eyes straight. I didn't pay attention to looking down. I could hear my friends' voices, and I could feel the pole shaking back and forth, but I kept my eyes focused straight ahead. I didn't take my eyes off of it. And I had to make that decision. Am I doing it or not? Took me a while to get there. I started to sing. I started to thank God for everything. You can hear me going, so good, so good to me. So good, so good to me. I had to elevate my thoughts. I had to elevate, from my circumstance and my situation of feeling afraid. I was truly safe. I wasn't putting myself in any danger. I was just being challenged to go onto a ledge that I had never been before. And I had to make that decision. Can you do it or not? Because nobody else was going to do it for me. No one. Not even God himself. He could, but he won't, because in all circumstances, this is what you're made for. You're made to go further than you could possibly imagine. I'm made to do more that takes me out of my comfort zone than being in my comfort zone. So I had to make that decision. I can do this. And I remember the moment in belief and faith in myself, in the people that were cheering me on, in the people that were holding my rope, and God himself. I can do this. And as soon as I came into that belief, I stood up and I did it. I did it. I stood and I overcome that fear. But this gratitude of all, it took that step of just remembering who I was, being thankful in all circumstances. I could not have gone through it. I went through lots of different things last year, but I'm focusing on the things that I'm so grateful for. To be, when everything is flowing and everything is working out and all things are good, it's easy to be thankful. But then there's those times when things were really challenging. And I would look back at that moment of getting up on the pole when I was just feeling down. I was like, wow, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this, whether things are in plenty or things are in few, whatever season is, and you too can do this. You have everything in you that can do that. But you start with that place of gratitude, of being so thankful. I'm so thankful today. Keep a thankful journal. Set aside your bed before you go to bed every night. Write out 3 things. Write out 3 things and then speak it out and allow yourself to hear what it is that you're so grateful for. So I want to share with you what I am grateful for today. I am so grateful that I got to first meet with a colleague, a new realtor that has just gotten his license a few months ago. He's an entrepreneur, very successful, wonderful family. And, I was able to encourage him, help him to, see his avatar. This is what I love, is sitting in front of somebody and hearing what they love and then repeating it back to them and helping them with that strategy of just jumping into what is a part of them, where their experience is, how they'll use their certification, their licensing, their career to really add value to the people that they're serving from everything that they've experienced. It has value. That was so much fun. And so I'm so grateful to be able to do that. Then I made my way over to a beautiful entrepreneurial group. Mastermind is so important. So if you've ever read As a Man Thinketh or Think and Grow Rich or 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth, all of those books will say the same thing. Mastermind. Who you surround yourself matters. You want to be in a mastermind. I have a mastermind once a month where I'm bringing in entrepreneurs just like you, just like me, coming in once a month to share what their projects are, what they're creating, what their avatars are, whether you're insurance or you're in mortgaging or you're in real estate, whatever you're doing or any kind of business. We have people, all different kinds of industries in this mastermind. Come and let me sharpen. Let's sharpen together. Iron sharpens iron. It's so good. So I went and spent time this afternoon hearing entrepreneurs about what they're looking forward to this year and what they're doing, what their word of the year is, and what they're going after, and watching a video. It was so good. I felt sharpened when I left there. I felt excited about 2025, being in the room with like-minded people that are into growth and into opportunities. And that was such a great thing. And then, what a great day. It's not even over yet, but I met an amazing person, Janice. Janice, I love you. She does mortgages, and her avatar, she loves to help. She loves to help people. She loves to help men. That her first vision was for women, and now she's helping men that are having a hard time. They've come out of divorce or separation, and really getting a mortgage on their own is challenging. And she loves to overcome those barriers of people that are in vulnerable situations, challenging situations, to help them get them into their own home ownership. And that, watching her talk about it and lighten up, was amazing. And it was my first time meeting Janice, and she gave me a couple of beautiful recipe books that her friend made. And it was so cool, because this is like part of coming into alignment, agreement, saying what it is that you want and believing that you should have it without even realizing sometimes what you're even saying or asking for. I was in chapters the other day, and I was looking at the recipe books, and they're so beautiful. And I went, I need to get some new recipe books. I really miss recipe books. I miss the pictures. I miss like feeling the pages and flipping through to look to see what to make. I miss recipe books. I'm going to get a new recipe book this year. And so when I showed up and met Janice today for the first time, she says, I have a gift for you. I have 2 beautiful recipe books from my friend that created them, and they're outstanding. It was an absolute gift. I said, you have no idea what this means to me right now. I literally asked for it a few days ago, saying this is something that I really want for this year, and you delivered it. So thank you for listening. Thank you for giving, and thank you that I can be grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for you coming alongside me and doing this together for 21 days of growth and reset. And remember that the body is the servant of the mind. It responds to uplifting thoughts and beliefs, or it responds to the other. We're going to talk more about that and how, we affect our health, we affect our looks. Dr. Maltz says that, Dr. Maltz was a plastic surgeon, and, he would help women. Women would say that they need surgery on their face. They're not happy with their looks. And he said, no matter how many surgeries he did over the years, he found that changing women's look, helping them, giving them what they asked for, did not give them the happiness. That looking good, looking amazing, designing the way that they wanted to look didn't change their belief. It didn't change their mindset. It didn't change anything other than it changed their outdoor looks. But our thoughts and our belief is everything to us. And so we want to guard that, and your attitude of gratitude will always determine your latitude. So let's soar. Speak 3 things you're grateful for out loud today. Write them, sing them, speak them, shout them, whatever you can. But make sure they get written, on who you are, why you're doing what you're doing, and what does it matter. So be well, be happy, be fulfilled, and we'll see you again tomorrow, as we talk about words and identity, aligning our spoken words with our given identity. Be well, and we'll see you then.